Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Nilnar and we're going to play The Infected. So this is a post-apocalyptic world. Um, basically, we have a few different towns that we can go through. We can build a base and watch out for mobs, and these mobs are more like vampires, werewolves, zombies, things of that nature. So with that, we'll go through the tutorial. Now, it's been a while since I played the game. I played it on a very early stage, and they've changed a lot. So you actually start out now with an ATV. Before, you used to have to run around, and we do have a map. They've changed the map drastically too, added a lot more items. The red X's on the map here, those are mines that we can go mining in. There are towns. Most of the towns are at the end of these little ends of roads, though there are, I believe, a few that are along the road, but we'll discover those as we go through. But let's start working on getting this ATV. So for this, we need 2 iron ingots, 10 screws, 4 tires, and a gas can. So let's grab a tire. And you can only carry 1 tire at a time because they're pretty good size. I believe everything else is inside the hut. Or the house here, tower, whatever it's called. So we can come over this way. Let's see, nothing on this table. Oh, there's a gas can on that table. What do we have over here? Another gas can. Okay, we got 2 gas cans. One to start our thing up and another one later for when we need to refill it. I believe gas cans are fairly easy to get a hold of, though we'll want to make sure we always have plenty. See, a potato, that'll be some food, and some oil, an oil can. We can use that for different things later on down the road. There's an iron ingot. We needed 1 or 2 of those. Make sure I'm not missing anything. It's really easy to overlook stuff. This game is really good in graphic wise. I mean, there's some simplisticness to it, but it's got some really good depth in the views. There's another tire for us, so we'll grab this bad boy and run it around. You can run holding down the shift. It will eat through your stamina. And as you look on the right hand side there, you'll see, I think I can bring up a bag. Nope, I can't do it with the bag open. We've got player profile, technologies, we'll get into that. But on the right hand side, you have carbohydrates and fats, or veggies, and stamina, and then your health and stamina and water intake. So you also got to keep track of both food and water. But you can also, with certain foods, make those go up a lot higher. So we'll be doing that. So this tutorial, and I should say this game is still an alpha. So they're still improving it. They're not fully released yet, but you can pick it up on Steam. And I will post a link to that here. Let's take another tire out. Picked up some nails on the table there. And picking things up has just been using the E key and then E key to put it in here. Go ahead and put a gas can in, 1 of the iron ingots, 2nd iron ingot, and all 10 screws. That still leaves a lot. And one thing I need to do, I didn't do. Not that one. Let's see, it's escape, options, key. I did turn off music just to make sure I didn't have any problems, but I don't like using the I key for that, so I'm going to switch that over to the tab key. Whoops. Okay, so now we have the tab key there. I don't think there's any other place that used it. I'm going to cancel here real quick because I think I might have overwrote something there. So inventory again, tab, and apply. Okay. There we go. Now that's a lot better for me. In here you do have things you can build, so you can do foundations, both placeables and non-placeables. So foundation, walls, ceilings, roofs, stairs, doors, railings, and just other stuff. And then placeables, you got workbenches, storage, power, food, furniture, NPC building. So there is an NPC we can get. There's also a truck we can get down the road. Then you have classic building, where you basically can build on yourself or on a workbench. And you can use Itempedia to help you with that. So this tells you all the different items you can build, from weapons, your food and drinks, resources. There's mining and smelting, clothing, which when you get into winter you got to have heavier clothing. Summer you have to have lighter clothing. Health kits, seeds, and other items that you can build. And bulk items. So there is a way to do bulk on certain things like ropes and arrows and stuff. So instead of making them one at a time, you can make a bunch of them. So let's go get this other tire here, and we'll get our ATV up and running. And then we'll be ready to go out and about. Now I have no weapons yet. There are a couple settings you can set on the game. So after 20 days, bosses can start attacking your base. I've actually turned that off right now. I don't need to have bosses interfering while we get used to the game, because it's been a while since I played it. There's some light level issues and sound levels that will draw mobs to you, and that's what I basically turned off, so we don't, while we're building up and getting used to how to build things in the game, we are good. So I'm going to get off. E to get on and off. I'm going to grab this. And you do get a chest on the back of this thing. So I want to put this in there. No shift clicking. Okay. I thought there was. To look at that. We'll go ahead and put some of the heavier stuff in here that I don't need right off the bat. You do have a lighter. So you get a lighter to start fires. You get 5 small bandages and 5 medicated bandages, and we can make more of those as we go around. There's also things like cucumbers and frogs and bears and coyotes. I remember how to get on and off. It's the E key. And there is a fuel tank on here, so you can actually see your fuel tank. It'll go down over time. So that's something else to keep on knowledge. Now where I'm planning to go here is I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to build right here outside this mine. That way I can go over to the mine when I want to do stuff. And then we're still close enough to a few houses and another mine if I want a second one. But we'll start there. I'm not going to stop at this house on this trip yet. Whoops. Turn the map off. Get back on there. But it's something to keep in mind. Now there are vegetables. You can actually plant gardens, and we'll want to craft gardens up pretty quickly. We probably won't get it out this episode, but we want to keep an eye out for any vegetables we come across. And this is a big map, and honestly it's well done with all the trees, and every one of these trees and rocks we can cut down. There's also cars that we can loot along the way, so we will stop and see what's in some of these. So we get some rope and some clay soil, so we'll go ahead and grab that. Nothing in the back end? Okay. Sometimes you'll find gas in them, mechanical parts. Just kind of looking around as we go. There is a water source down here, and you really want to build near a water source to start out with. So here's a plant we can harvest. It's a cucumber plant, so we can take that and harvest it. And you can't use the E key, you have to use right click and harvest. We will be making some stuff here in a second. Right now we just got to find a place we want to call home before we get the rest of the quests. So I'm just going to drive here and get closer to that. See what we see as we go. A couple more vehicles here, so we'll kind of come up this way. Oh, we'll use that for crafting, and a bone shard, which we can use on workbenches. You can actually create more bone shards with bones. When we start hunting, we'll get bones that we can work from. And there's a bone, speaking of, and wire. So there is electricity in this game. Speaking of which, well, there it goes. For some reason, tab key wasn't working. There's what we call technologies. So in the technologies, you get different things. So there's a fridge technology, solar panel, or solar battery, looms, lamps, stoves, oil, chemistry, water, circular solvent, which we'll want to get at some point, wind turbine, advanced workbench we'll want to get, power, technology, and oil pump. We'll want to get all these, but you find this tech in towns. Some towns have one, some have none, but you find all the technologies there. So I did grab that. I couldn't remember if I grabbed that car or not. So that's why you have to early on in the game do some exploring and use this ATV to go pick up loot at towns. Now, it used to be you could take an extra box with you when you were going, but they did do away with the second box on the ATV. You'd actually hold it down and drag it with you. Rock? Yeah, just rock. Make sure I'm going the right way. It looks like it. So there is a town down there. We'll come back to that one of these towns here before long. I should grab that stick, but I'll grab more as we get closer. I don't want to get too overloaded. And you see my water's already down to 62. Why does that sometimes not work? Let's see, a bag. Food wise, I do have a canteen which has 60 water in it, so that's good. These also give you thirst, carbs and protein and fats and vitamins and energy. So this is all the stuff we got to keep an eye on. That actually takes away. Potatoes are bad for your thirst. So watermelon is really good, and you can actually store watermelons and pumpkins in crates. Whoop, there's a pumpkin. Let's get off. So the pumpkin here, you can pick it up, and it's a big thing, and you basically can't carry it. You can't do anything while you're carrying it, or you can harvest it. Mouse to work. There we go. And now that gives us more food. As you can see, it takes up space. It'll spoil in 29 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat some of this. Let's see, that spoils in an hour or so, so I got some time. That's 11 hours. Let me go ahead and eat some more. Brings up our water a little bit. Gas, we're still doing pretty good. See if we can see any more fruits and veggies. You can change also how much foliage you see. I have all the foliage turned on. It makes it a little harder sometimes to see some of the stuff laying around. But it also adds some depth to it. You can turn all that down and just see bare ground. And we may adjust that as we get farther in if we're having issues seeing things. But for now, let's just keep trucking through. And we might find some game issues as we go along. There's a nice stream there and a waterfall on this side. That's about right here. It's not too far away, but I'd rather be right across the street from it. There's wagons you can build, carts, basically wood carts that you can use to haul stuff back and forth on, which comes in handy when you want to haul animals and things of that nature. Let's see, yes, I do go this way. You can also put crates on it to haul stuff back and forth, so it's something we'll keep in mind as we go through. We're going to have a lot of building with this one, so we got to find a good spot that we think will be good for building, and then go from there. I want that. Could be getting close here. I got a little bit around this corner. The mine is somewhere right over here. In the mine there are scorpions you have to watch out for, so keep that in mind. Coming right up here. Oh, is that a watermelon? It is. Let's get ourselves a watermelon. And we'll harvest that. And you got to right click and then left click on it, and then to do an action. Like I said, this brings up good in our water. Our water is now maxed out for right now. That's good. They round this other bin. Oh, they're sheep. You also can build a farm to raise chickens, which gives you eggs, and eggs are a really good source for some of your recipes. There's actually some good recipes with that. But this is where I wanted to build at. So right over there somewhere is the mine, and right down here is a nice little water source that we can work from. So to set this up, we need to first put a land claim block together. So to do that, we go into building, other, there's a land claim block. And let's see, I'm wanting to build my house down this way, so we're going to put the land claim block right here, I think. Let's see, to do it you hit E to build. There we go. So now we have our land claim block. We can name this starter base. And this is that light level. So you have a noise meter and light level meter. As the stuff starts increasing, that's when mobs will attack you when it gets full. So we want to keep an eye on that. We can also see where our level of building. So we can build anywhere in this red area our base. So we can go up on the cliff a little bit if we needed. But we won't have to go up that far. I think this will be where we'll build at. So let's start doing. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to go ahead and turn off that for now. I am going to keep the light level. It's right now it's about 43 degrees, so it's not too hot. And there's some shade here for now. But when that sun hits you, you will get hot. So you want to do some of your working in shade. So now we have a series of tasks. We need to gather stone, stick. And you're like, you already gather stone. Yeah, but it didn't count until this came in. But here's a trick I found. Let's see, do I have one on me? I do. So I can take and drop this on the ground, take it back up. Now I got the stone. I'm going to go ahead and put some stuff into the box here. We have some seeds later for gardening, so I'm going to go ahead and keep a hold of that. I don't need this for right now. Won't need the bone shard for right now. Won't need the clay soil. I will keep the rock. Don't need the rope yet, but we will need it. You can, there's a way to rotate. I have to remember that there is a way to rotate how that goes in there, and I'll have to look that up. But let's grab a couple more sticks. So I'm going to need those. And so our next thing is we need to go ahead and craft a stone axe. So to craft a stone axe, you can do one of two ways. You can just go in and say start crafting, but if you don't know what the recipe is, you can come over here and say, what is a stone axe? Well, it's one rock and one stick. So I'm going to craft that. There's a chicken around here. We could have some food, but we'll do hunting later. So next we have to create a stone blade. So we need more rocks. I do know that. So let's grab a couple more rocks, because we'll need a couple, I think. Whoops, I don't want to do that. Don't hit that button. I get over there. Okay, holding down shift and right click button will put it all in there. That's good to know. Let's put a couple rocks in there for now. We'll pull those out in a little bit. So now we, like I said, we need to do a stone blade. So again, bring up my crafting menu, book, and stone blade, and craft. I now have a stone blade. Now it wants me to make a gather plant fiber. To do that, you have to click on your backpack, and you do have 4 slots in your backpack, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that is corresponding to the number pad key. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this tree down. And you can just hold down the button and it'll just keep chopping. This axe is slow, but as you can see, it dropped a bunch of logs, nice and neat for me. There's about 5 of them there. The big trees are 5 logs, the small trees are 3 logs, but it also gave us plant fiber. And that's important for the next challenge. Create a stone pickaxe. So if I come back in here to Encyclopedia, stone pickaxe, this requires 1 stick, 1 stone blade, and 2 plant fibers. So if I click on it, I have that stone blade I created, 2 plant fibers and a stick. There we go. Now let's see, next item is build a saw bench. So this is important. You'll go through a lot of these. I'm thinking I want my house right here, so for right now I'm gonna put my saw benches over here. And I say saw benches because we will want to have a couple of these. Let's see, this will be underneath build placeables and circular saw bench. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one. Oh, no, that's the good one. Where is it? Chemistry, advanced saw bench. This is the cheap one. You can rotate it with your mouse wheel, so I'm going to rotate it that way. And build it. I'll put 2 of them down for now. We'll probably get more, but that'll get us started. Actually, I may go ahead and do 3. Let me go ahead and do 3. We're going to need a lot of planks, honestly. So everything takes planks. So there we go. So now we need 4 logs for each one of these. So let's start grabbing logs. You can carry 3 at a time. Oh, we'll start sawing. This doesn't saw it as well. One plank, let's see, you get 2 planks per log with this one. I believe with the tech one, you can get 4 per. So at the time of this video, I have done a few changes. I did realize that for some reason my mic had gotten messed up on the last recording. So I reset the mic, so it might sound a little differently, and I'll be tweaking it as I go through different recordings. I've also, I'm trying out 1440p recording instead of 1080 to see if it gets a little bit better quality for everybody. There we go, we got 3 workbenches. So now we just need to start building planks like crazy. Or saw benches, sorry. Right now these are not bringing up our sound meter, but because it might be, it's not the 3rd day, so I think you're safe until the 3rd day. Okay, so next, we need to get water. Build a water basin and place it outdoors to accumulate water. Perfect early game way of getting hydrated if no other water source is nearby. We have a water source, but we will create this. We're going to set it right here. So water basin, placeables, I believe again. Storage container, garbage container. Here, this is all stuff we will. Food. Water basin. Requires 6 planks. What's nice is these will actually right click, okay. These will collect water while it's raining. Oh. And I still have a plank on me, and unfortunately I can't put the planks back in here, so if you actually pick up too many, you can't put them back. So you either have to use them right away, or, as we're going to find, where I'm going to store it, I think I'll start putting them here. Go ahead and get placeables and storage, and we're going to need plank stations. Start putting them right next to this here. These we can move as long as they're empty. And these require sticks, so I need to get a lot more sticks. I'm out of sticks. These trees over here, I believe, let me go ahead and grab this stick. Grab this tree here. I think this one will actually give us sticks. Might be the bushes, not the trees, but we'll grab some logs here. I think it's these bushes that give it to us, so let's go ahead and put these on. There it is. Those give us plenty of sticks. This game is all about gathering everything you can. There we go. Now we have planks. So what I can do now is I can grab all these planks out of here and start loading them up here. Okay. So we got fountain. Now we need to start building our base. So like I said, I'm going to start building our base over here. So I'm going to start clearing out some spots, building some more planks, because we're going to go through a lot of these, you'll see. Be nice when we find some technology too. So to drop them, all I'm doing is right clicking. If you want to just drop them right where you're standing at, go ahead and grab some more sticks that I see lying around. We're going to need a lot of that. So now we can start building foundations. Trying to think if I need to go ahead and get a water thing going. I think I do. So before we build full foundations, oh, where was that? I just saw it there. Placeables. Storage power, furniture, building, no, construction, ceilings, roofs. There it is. We're going to do a basic shelter. So in this we need 4 logs, so we got to get some more logs. We're going to have to take care of that chicken here before long, but I want to go ahead and get a fire and get water started. Okay, I need one more log. There we go. Okay. Now with that, now we need to start a fire, so let's build a placeable. Ooh, there's the fire. So we want to put that right there. You have to have it covered, that way if it rains it doesn't put out the fire. But we need some stone and firewood. Well, let's go ahead and bring out the pickaxe. There's a couple different types of stone, so you can get stone, you can get clay. This is a stone one if I remember correctly. It is. You get a lot of stone. Alright, we're over encumbered. As you can see, I'm 53 of 50. I'm going to go ahead and live with it for a little bit here until I get over this way. Like I said, right now it's all about just getting things started. So plenty of that. I have 3 sticks. What else do I need here? I need fire logs, firewood. So to get firewood, you can harvest this and you get firewood right out of it. So we put this in there. I need 4 more, so we'll get some more logs. I am going to do this though. Placeables. Storage, and we want a rock holder. Stone crate holder. And for that we need 8 planks and 10 nails. Well, I do have some nails. Right here. What, those nails? No, those are screws. I don't have nails. So I cannot do a rock holder yet. Okay. Well, we'll do something just as good. So I can delete this. And let's go ahead and do, I think I can do a chest. Let's look here. Placeables, storage. Yeah, that's just planks. Get a couple of these together. There we go. Now I can put rocks in here. Now, here we have waters in these, but I have to check. I don't remember if you can actually drink that. I am getting a little thirsty, probably a little hungry too. Let's see what I have. Let's go ahead and eat that. That helps out a little bit. Let's go ahead and drink. That helped out there. So now I just need to get more firewood. So let's cut down another tree or two. Take these over here. Harvest. There we go. Now I have a place to do water. Okay. And if I look at my kit here, it's about done. So let me go ahead and drink the rest of this. And then let's see. Does this thing have? It doesn't have any fuel in it, does it? So I want to harvest some more. Oh, it might be full. Let's see, let's go ahead and do another placeable storage, and that's a firewood stand. We'll put one of those back here. Put that in there, and then we will do a stick storage. We're going to get a lot of sticks. That storm is loud. Okay. Let's see, we need 8 more planks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. I can put bark chips in. You can burn these too. We'll put plant fiber in because that's heavy. You can see that took me down quite a bit. Now I'm sitting pretty good. Starting to get dark here. That's okay. We'll come over here. We'll start building that up, and let's go ahead and light this fire. Actually, before I light it, so two ways you can do water. So why is it not? That's 0. Now I should be able to why is it not allowing me to pull in from there? Oh, it might be see, I can add water here. Now it has 60 dirty water. And I can go here. Oh, that's why. Okay. I bet if I come over here and do like that. And see, that's dirty water. That's why I was thinking it was dirty water. And I only can carry 60 at a time here. So, of course, you got to do this in stages. I'm going to save that for when I need it. Winter time, I think you need it more. And we'll be able to put it closer in the hut. We'll also be able to get aluminum and make aluminum thermoses, basically. Remember, you got to click on that first. Take me a while to get used to that. So now that I have it up, I can actually start it. Oh, no, I don't have it. That's what I thought. Didn't think it come with the... Let's see if that's enough. Fill this up with firewood. There you go. Firewood fills it pretty good. Coal will do well. You can put sticks and stuff in here as well. One way. Now we have a light. There we go. Our first fire. Right now, none of our lights or noise. Though the fire, if I remember correctly, doesn't adjust your light going up. It is getting dark, but we do need to get started on some stuff. We have the stick over here. I'll try to lighten this up in the recording once we get it recording started on it. But what I may do until I get to... Oh, hold on. Thought there was a flashlight. Let me... Options... Helmet light is L. I don't have a helmet light on yet. I don't have a helmet. Okay, I was thinking there was a flashlight before the helmet. So we will want to get a helmet here soon. You can sleep through the night, and I do need to build a bed. Did it actually tell me to build a bed? Build a foundation, find carbs, build a forge, honey. No, it doesn't, but we will have to build a bed. So let's go ahead. Let's start doing foundations. I want to start up a little higher, about right there. And I think I want it against the back wall. Now this one won't work down here. Okay, so let's continue mocking this up. I like this because you can kind of start mocking and get an idea. 1, 2, 3. I want to go 4 out, I think. Like I said, it's going to be a lot of work. As you can see, each one of these takes 6 planks and 4 logs, so it's not going to be easy. Starting to lose a lot of energy because I need to sleep. Let's start putting the planks in. Or the logs in, and then we'll go get planks. So that's all that one. And then let's get planks. I know it's really hard to see. I'm sorry about that, folks. Okay, let's do placeables. And where are they at? Or no, wrong book. Placeables here, furniture, and a bed. And do I have planks on me? No, I need 6 planks. Starting to get daytime. One more. I'm going to have to do a lot of logging offline too, I think. There we go. Now we'll just go ahead and sleep until morning. And there we go. Good night's sleep. Stamina's good. But I think that will do us. We got a base started. Next episode, we'll continue working on building this base, making sure we have everything we need. We should have some nice water now down here. I do. So we'll fill that up. That gives us some good clean water. Whoops, this is dirty, so I'll empty this. Now there we go. Clean water. I'll go ahead and drink some. Fills me up. And put out the fire for now. That uses 1 out of your water, which is not bad. I want to try to save my beef stew rations. That's really good stuff. So I need to go out and start foraging a little bit on the next episode, as well as maybe start doing a little hunting. So with that, I hope everybody liked this. Please give me a like button if you did. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already hit it. And we will see you on the next one.